welcome back to the Skinsider episode 5. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about a laser carbon facial.
Yes, our new procedure that we are debuting. So
And
it's coming out.
Our buzzword?
Heat
today. So heat.
We were going to do hurricane, but we're trying not to talk about that. But we will be going quickly today because we have hurricane prep to do. So we're going to be talking about this facial, doing a Reddit, leaving cheers. Also, in case you are wondering, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see. If you're listening on Apple, you can't. But we lost
three of
these
gauntlets that we started. We started with 4.
Yes, we're down to 1. We don't know where they went, but cheers. So
cheers. Oh, let me open that. I should have a brown bag around my beer.
You should.
Mm-hmm. So our newest service that we are debuting is the laser carbon facial. Mm-hmm. We are going to break it down, the service, tell you who it's for, what it does, etc. And as always, if you have any questions on this episode, just reach out to us and ask us any questions.
Yes, and it is a pretty popular procedure. So if you don't live in the area and you want to see if your local med spa has it, just go ahead and call them up, ask for it by name, and they will tell you whether or not they do, or maybe they have something similar. So, okay, first up, people with oily skin, such as me. This is going to reduce any type of acne-causing bacteria. A lot of laser facials do this, whether or not you are using carbon. The carbon is just going to help, especially because it helps kind of pull everything out. But it can also help shrink the oil glands, which is going to help control that oil. Obviously, you need some oil. So you don't want to be over drying it. You'll still want to use your regular moisturizer or whatever after the fact, but it is going to help with the excess oil.
Okay.
That's important. All of my fellow oily friends, we all suffer with the same thing, that is enlarged pores. That is a cause of the excess oil production. It's not ideal. I did see a big difference in this when I demoed it. So when we were creating the protocols for this facial, I did it to design it, and I did it on myself, and I did see a big difference in the size of the pores.
Do you think that putting the carbon mask on prior, you get a more effective outcome versus if you weren't to put it on?
I think they do 2 different things. So there's laser facials, and then there's the carbon laser facial. So I think it depends on what you need. So like when you call and you're asking about it, you know, we might lead you one way or the other. Mm-hmm. Or if you're someone who can benefit from one or the other, that's where we're going to put you, like when we do the consultation. Or like if someone's watching this right now and they're like, oh, I click that box. I can check out that box, that box, that box, that box. Then it's going to be for
good service for them.
And then you're going to switch to something else. Okay, so acneic skin. So obviously we talked about the reduction in the bacteria, but it does help reduce inflammation, okay? And it is going to help exfoliate the skin, which is going to help you with your reduction in your pigmentation and your scarring. I will preface with this. If you have a lot of hyperpigmentation and a lot of scarring, this is not going to be enough. This is going to help with limited amounts of that. So if you have heavy scarring, the rolling scars, the ice pick scars, you're going to need a resurfacing treatment on top of it. But this is going to do a gentle exfoliation, similar to like if you were to take a polish home and be using it in the shower, like 3 times a week or something like that.
Yeah.
So if you have extreme hyperpigmentation, you know, you might need a peel, you might need an IPL, something else
more
on
aggressive.
top of it. Yeah. So that's not going to be your be all end all fix for those 2 issues. So I just like to clarify that because I never want someone to hear about a procedure and then go in with misconceptions of what it's realistically going to do for you versus what you're.
But that's why you also have your consultations.
Exactly.
To really see what is the best fit for you and your skincare concerns and needs.
Yes.
And where to start.
Yes.
Drawing out that plan with them.
And then this is going to hit me with the buzzword, but I have to say it because in terms of fine lines and wrinkles, this is something we always get asked in pretty much every consultation we do and anything that involves a laser. It is not designed to reduce fine lines and wrinkles. However, anytime you put in heat into a very... Yes, I know. I should have taken a sip before so I could have just kept going. Anytime you put that into a very
I shouldn't be advertising.
I know.
But it gets worse. I have one of these.
What is that?
It's a cup from the gas station.
What? No, don't put it in that. We gotta go. We gotta get more of these.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to order more.
We're gonna have to order more. They're in
Amazon.
A cart somewhere. Yeah, they're in a cart somewhere. We just gotta get it because this is getting bad. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, anytime you put it into a very centralized location, you are going to have, a collagen spike. There's going to be collagen production. But if someone were to come in to me and say, I am concerned about my lines and wrinkles, what can I do? This is not where I would steer them.
Correct. Yeah.
So are you going to see something? Quite possibly. Yes, you will. But I hesitate to say yes.
I would just be transparent and say, why? Let's not invest your money into this right now.
Sure. Yes, exactly.
Because to give you a better result.
Right. And this is in terms of typical laser facials as well. So taking the carbon out of it, this is what I'm referring to. So any type of laser facial like that.
Okay.
Okay. Another question I always get asked, downtime. Little to none is what I would say. Temporary redness, very mild.
Yeah.
Couple of minutes at most. Maybe some purging, some breakouts being pulled out of the skin because of the carbon. That's about it. In terms of pain, that's the other question I get. None. You feel a little bit of heat.
We got ourselves.
I got myself. But other than that, virtually painless.
Yeah,
you could do it anywhere. No, you could do it anywhere. And I will describe for you how it is done. So we put on a carbon mask and we let that dry. It is a topical, comes a little wet, little sticky. We put it on for you in an even layer for everywhere that we're going to hit and we let it dry. Once it is set, we take the laser and we run it over it and it will be erasing
the carbon.
Carbon as we go.
It smokes a little.
Yeah, a little bit. You can kind of
faintly.
I couldn't really even smell it, to be honest with you. I mean, it's more visible than anything, but it's nothing bad. And we will include a video of it as well.
Yeah, it'll be on our Instagram.
On our Instagram, so that way people can see what we're referring to. Pretty quick, pretty easy. You could really get the whole thing done in about 45 minutes because we're going to put the mask on. We're going to let that dry. Give you a fan in case you need it, in case, you don't like heat or heat makes you uncomfortable. And then we'll go ahead and laser it, which is going to be anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, especially depending on if we're only targeting isolated areas.
Yeah.
Because of the reduction in the inflammation of the acne, if you wanted to spot treat with it, you could as well.
Okay.
So if you've got a big event coming up and, you have something on the skin, like a blemish that you want to take off, this is a good spot treatment option as well if you don't want to do the full face. I love doing full faces of everything. I don't see the point of coming in and getting one spot removed. Just make my whole face look good.
Exactly. Because then you can be a little uneven.
Oh, with like IPLs?
Yeah. But with this particular, the carbon facial, outside of the carbon being on the surface of the face, I explain the surface as like a power washer for your skin.
That's what it's honestly what it looks like.
That's what it looks like when you're doing it. And I'm like, wow, this is so cool. So if anyone can envision a power washer on pavers and like literally spitting out the dirt and the grit and everything that's in there, That's exactly what this machine actually does
Yeah.
to clean out the pores in the skin. And it's really cool to actually watch it.
Yeah. I think it is pretty cool. It's been around for a bit. I'm glad that we finally developed the protocol to do it because we've had the ability to do it for a while.
Right.
And I'm glad that we actually jumped on it and we were like, let's
do it.
Get it
just
going.
adding one thing on the surface of skin, which is neat. They did develop this when I was gone on my vacation, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
They were hard at work.
Yeah.
They even said that, like, you're going to be, or Jacqueline said, she's like, you're going to be so proud of me. Mm-hmm. She's like, I really have something I'm so excited to tell you about when you get back. And I was like, all right. And she's laid it on me. And I was like, that's awesome.
Because not only did I develop it, but then I made sure all the staff was trained on it.
Yes.
The front was trained on it, that they knew how to answer questions. They knew every last thing about it. Like, we had a little mini class where I was like, okay, does anyone have any questions? Just ask me now. Because don't ask me again.
One and done.
Yeah. But we did.
Yeah.
We got that done.
So it's exciting to have that. So we are featuring that next month in October.
Yeah. It will be on special. We thought it'd be fun, like a spooky black mask kind of thing, little play on it. But a lot of places have it. So if you are watching from someplace else, definitely if this is sparking your interest, if it sounds like something that you like, they're typically very affordable. So I would say go for it. You know, it's going to be a little bit deeper than your standard facial too.
Yeah.
And it's quicker.
It is quicker.
It's quick. It's easy. There's really no downtime. There's no reason why, if you are a candidate for it, that this wouldn't work well for you and be a good option.
I agree. It is good.
So, yeah, that was good. That was easy. Because we went to hurricane prep.
Hurricane prep. There's a hurricane coming. Well, actually, it's not coming towards us.
Right.
We have to tropical storm prep.
Yeah, but we have to tropical storm prep because we're going to get probably a surge, and Ashley's home floods every time there's a surge.
It's a rental.
Yeah.
It's a temporary.
So I'm going to read you a Reddit that someone sent.
My cousin sent this to me. My cousin Melissa sent me this Reddit in a text message, and she literally goes, Did you write this? And it's a Reddit, and
and she has not confirmed or denied that she wrote it. So I'm not sold that she didn't. Okay. It says, and then I want to get your take on each one of these points.
Oh, each one? Okay.
Yeah. It is called Stop Driving in Naples.
This would be my dream.
The following is no longer allowed. Okay, ready? Stopping in the middle of the highway.
Absolutely not. Are you asking to get killed?
That? Yeah, who's doing that?
Just keep going and turn around. Right. I don't know. If you miss the exit, just wait.
But what are you stopping?
Don't jeopardize our lives because you missed your exit.
And people going 75 miles an hour, what if they can't stop?
They're going faster than 75 on. They're flying.
Well, you should. Okay. No more creating rush hour traffic just because one person got pulled over. Are you a rubbernecker?
No.
Okay.
You got to look before. Well, don't look when you're right up on it. You have plenty of time to look.
Yeah.
You're all waiting.
That's a good point. Okay. Oh, this is mine. This is my biggest. No more refusals to use your turn signals.
Yeah, that is a pet peeve. Use your turn signal. It's there for a reason. I did see last night, I was driving home from work, and a gentleman got over to the left, but he turned his right signal on. I was like, how's that working out for you, buddy? Did you just come from happy hour? Because it was 7:30.
Before I talk about this, I need a sip because get me on my turn signal pedestal.
To get you heated?
Yes. I'll take a second sip for that because yes, it does. It does.
Okay.
I realize that a lot of people in Florida are transplants. It's a very transient state. So I understand that everyone goes, comes from somewhere different. Do the good people of your driving schools not teach you what a turn signal is?
They don't do driving school now.
Vehicle maybe that's a problem.
They don't have driving school now.
Every single motor vehicle is equipped with a turn signal.
We need someone to confirm this that has a child that's ready in the 14, 15, but I'm pretty sure it's optional.
It should not be optional.
And you just take a class.
Because there are crashes on the road every day. And I know a lot of it has to do
I did hours. Did you do hours?
Turn signals. I had like a driving instructor.
Yeah, same. So you had to put hours in. Like you had to do so many hours with that guy to get your permit.
Yeah. No, not my permit, my license, yes. And then I had to pass a driving test, like a physical test. My permit was written. And my, like, actual driving test was, like, an actual physical, like, you drove.
Well, yeah, mine was a physical driving test, too, but I had to drive with an instructor. I went to classes 2 or 3 times a week. That's probably why I'm such a good driver.
Beg to differ. Beg to differ. Okay. No more. This is yours.
This is the best.
This is yours. Okay. No more vacation mode driving behaviors. It's not a vacation town anymore.
No,
people are trying to get to work.
Yes, they are. We are. We all have lives and we work and we have jobs here.
Correct. So if you don't know where you're going, this is mine, just pull over because you can't stop on 41 and look to your left and look to your right and then try and get over 3 lanes of traffic because that's the restaurant you
now
want to go
in 2024 that have maps.
Drive themselves.
And the cars have maps.
And they
cars
drive
have
themselves.
people that tell you ahead of time where to turn.
How can you tell me you don't know where you're going? Yeah.
Or study your map. Like the old days, my dad used to make me study a map. He's like, if you're going to learn how to drive at 16, you need to know where you're going.
We had MapQuest, but...
Yeah, but you still had to print it out and look at it. That was a distraction.
Oh, that's a good point.
But these people just stay off the road in the morning. Plain and simple. If you don't have a job to be at, don't be on the road in the morning or in rush hour in the evening.
No more cutting people off just to go slow anyway.
No.
That I do.
That one really gets under my skin.
Why? Like, clearly you're not in a rush, so just wait until it's safe to go.
Yeah. Or why pulling out in front of somebody when you're
saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Driving 10 miles per hour under the speed limit. Honestly, though, you know what? If you're driving on Immokalee Road right now, please drive 10 miles under the speed limit. Because unfortunately, you've added an extra 0 to that over the speed limit. Because why do you need to be driving 100 miles an hour, like,
on Immokalee?
You don't. You're not that excited to get
people
home.
People have death wishes.
You're just not.
They have death wishes.
They do. Well, it's because they think everyone sees them. They think that, like, you know, it's going to be fine. They're just going to get there quicker. What they don't realize is if somebody, you know, quickly changes lanes and doesn't use their turn signal, you don't know to brake.
And then goes 10 miles an hour.
Fast enough. And then you're going to hit one of these cars.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I will say in the past couple of days, though, I have seen more of a police presence on the road.
I also have something to say about the motorcyclist.
Oh, God.
People that are in cars, if there's a motorcycle around you, be mindful.
No, my issue is when they're doing this.
No, you should not ride up. Okay, now that one is just should not be on the road.
Like, I can't.
But if you are a nice motorcycle rider, don't ride on someone's tail of a motorcycle.
Or zip in between them on the lanes. Like, if 2 cars are parallel, don't go in between them. You have to follow the same rules of the road. We should
sit on the road commission.
They don't want us there.
Why?
Well, you know why they don't want us there. One, we'd actually get things done. That's true. Let me tell you something.
I'd have all new rules and regulations.
Yeah, these group of, like, literally, like, old white men. You need us. You need us. Because you guys are just sitting around, like, drinking whiskey and having cigars. Change my mind. Change my mind.
You're the one leaving the happy hour.
Because,
with the wrong turn signal.
They are. No, really, they are. And then they don't do anything. And if you can't answer my emails.
Great. We're going to get fined.
We are. But that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Because if you can't answer my emails, then this is the only way I have to get in touch with you.
That's right. Lee Health Department won't answer the phones.
Stop your building.
What other questions are on there?
Oh, please. By the way, I like how it's signed. No more low driving IQ behaviors whatsoever. If this can't be handled, kindly stop driving and get off the road. Thank you. That's how they signed it. But yeah, I mean, I listen. I hear it. I hear it and I agree. And the fact that it's like becoming a thing that everyone knows about means it is a problem.
It is a problem. It's a huge. Look at that car that literally went into the median in front of our office. Like straight up bushes, just where were you going? What was happening?
Yeah, I don't know. And like it was like 11 o'clock in the morning or something.
And every day I have to pass that spot and look at how you ran over our bushes. And it really disturbs me that they have not replaced them.
Morning. Well, they had to come through and like clean them out. Did you see that day?
Yes.
They had a day where they had to come in and actually like clean out the whole area of bushes where the car went.
Yeah.
And they had to like pull the car out of the bushes.
All the time. I can't. Alyssa, who works for us, actually, she has a phone number that she calls. Or does she email about potholes in the road?
Oh, emails.
And she has them go fix all these holes all over. And I'm like, oh, wow, can you do this hole over on Sandpiper?
Wait, how do they have potholes?
They just happen. Like, there's holes.
I thought potholes were like, I thought we really didn't have them because of like the lack of like snow and whatnot.
No, we still have like holes in the ground. You have to think about the water. Like, think about this hurricane tropical storm, that's going to be bringing up a surge. So that's water rippling, like the cement. It's a lot of just things that are happening under there.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of big trucks that are like dropping things and just.
True.
I mean, I was on 75 once, and remember when a huge...
Oh my gosh, yes, I do.
I got a brand new car. I just got my new car.
The mirror?
And there was a large... large plywood, 96 inches by God knows how big. Huge piece of plywood in the middle lane. And I seen it as I was approaching, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to get to the right side because I need to avoid hitting this. And I got over to the right... And sure enough, a car in the middle lane came flying. And as they flew, I just knew the wind from under that car was going to bring that big, huge board and fly right at me. And exactly is what it did. And it flew right at my car, knocked my whole rear view mirror off. I'm so thankful that my windshield did not break and nothing serious happened. But that was scary.
I was on the phone with her. And she was like, and I'm like, what happened? And she was like, my mirror. And I was like, wait, what happened? She's like, my mirror. My new car, my mirror. I'm like, what? What are you
No one stopped on the side of the road.
Yeah, and then she was more mad because then nobody stopped.
I was so mad. I wish I would have got like the license plate of the car, whose piece of wood it was. But like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. There's been ladders in the middle of 75. So glad I don't have to ride that every day anymore.
I know. That commute is tough.
Yeah.
And just the other day, like, didn't someone go on 75, they drove?
Oh, I passed that.
Yeah.
I was on my way home and I passed that. It was a truck, a big rock truck or something. Yeah. And he went right into that water.
And there's been like 3 or 4 accidents a day. Like at least 2 on Immokalee, I feel like every.
So maybe they need to give everybody new road tests that move here. If you're going to get a license, maybe you need to, I don't know, learn the roads.
I do wonder about that because... And a lot of it, too, with the elderly people who should not be driving. And I'm like, where are your kids? Why didn't they take your keys? Like, I saw someone the other day post something online in, like, the Naples moms group that everybody knows about, right? And now everyone's been talking about, like, all the moms have been, like, up in arms about the roads and everything, understandable.
I did see
and one person writes that her 90-something-year-old father-in-law got pulled over for speeding, and he was like, oh, can you believe it? And she was like, no, you should, because of the, all the issues on the road. I'm like, are we just going to skip over the fact that your 90-something-year-old father-in-law's on the road at all?
Yeah. And then if they're on prescriptions.
Like, kudos to you for telling him he was wrong, but
what if they're on prescriptions?
Well... This is my other thing, too. I think sometimes, they are on a bunch of stuff and then they go to happy hour.
Oh, for sure they do.
They have a couple of drinks.
I love watching happy hour accidents.
And it's like, what? That's terrible.
There was this one lady that left Mercado once, and she literally took her car on the cement median. Where were you going, ma'am? Where were you going?
Why?
I don't get it either.
I don't get it.
Call Uber. Don't we live in 2024 where you can get Uber or Lyft nowadays?
And we're not young anymore either. like when you're young and you have that invincible mentality, and I mean, obviously we shouldn't, but we've all done it,
yes.
where, you know, we've been young and we've thought, oh, I can do it, or this is okay, or whatever. But like now, the fact that we are like grown adults, and when I see the people who are getting the DUIs, and I'm like, they're like 60 and 65.
Do you ever just go on the Collier County arrest and look at the people that have been arrested?
You know what? No, I don't. But people do, because a mugshot got sent to me this morning where someone was like, oh, look at this mugshot. Like, look at this guy. And I'm like, how would you even see that? Do you know him? No, I don't know him. Well, why are you sending this to me? Oh, because it's funny. Well, how did you find it?
You just go on and use law.
I don't do this.
You just, sometimes use your curiosity, you know?
I got stuff to do.
That's all I gotta say.
Time. I have stuff to do. I have books to read.
Well, I love your friend who sent you a mugshot. I need to be friends with them.
You want to see it? You want to see it? I want your reaction on it. Here we go.
Okay.
Let me find it.
Make it fast.
I'm trying. Was it on this? Yeah, here it is. Ready?
Okay. Also, Costco's out of water.
Oh, yeah. If you're looking for water.
Can I get his name?
Because this is the other thing. No, I'm not going to announce it. He's having a bad day, okay?
No,
he doesn't need me to make it worse.
No, I'm not going to say
yes.
Because you know you want to see who someone's name is for a photo?
Do you feel like it matches it?
Oh, wow.
Okay, I don't know if that's a yes or a no. I don't know if she feels like it matches it. How old is he? I don't know what he is.
32. He's 32.
He's from Wisconsin.
Well, you just gave it away. Just kidding. Do they know how to drive? Was he pulled over for a traffic?
No.
What did they call it? Infraction?
Trespass, occupied structure, or conveyance. What is someone from Wisconsin doing?
I think I know what this is tied to.
Oh, I don't. But yes. Anyways, this is going to be my other thing. Whenever there's a major storm coming,
like a hurricane or a tropical storm,
yes,
people panic buy.
We all need water. Do we not all deserve a case of water?
Well, they should limit it.
I think they during COVID or something didn't Publix during they became the limit on toilet paper.
Oh, we never have to worry about toilet paper or paper towel. Ever.
Because of her at Costco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got an extra stash.
Yeah, she loves
in our
Costco.
office.
But boy, you have options. When you know a storm is coming.
Well, I always have cases of water in my house, regardless. Like if I have one, I go get another one.
Yeah, like just to have water, like water at your house. But there's filtration systems. There's
where in your house?
Yeah, like you can put them in your house.
Oh yeah, but when if a storm comes, your water's not gonna your electricity and your water. You don't want sewer water. You
can have those big gallon things. Those jugs
with those dispensers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like those types of things, or you can, freeze ice cubes of certain kinds. Like there's options.
There's a lot of options.
There's options. You don't have to take all the water from all the people.
Yeah.
Because they all need water.
Costco literally has none.
And like that's crazy to me. It's Costco.
Unless they got a shipment today.
This
was yesterday.
It's Costco.
Today.
Don't they? Do you know what day they get their shipments?
No, yesterday I heard they were out of water, but today's Wednesday, so maybe they got another shipment today. I don't know.
It is crazy.
I know Home Goods has their shipments every Tuesday morning. The one right here on 41, though, that's the day to go. Yeah, great stuff.
I'm just going to take a sip.
Oh, man. Well, anyways, so if anybody's interested in a carbon facial, laser facial, or has any more questions,
or knows where you can get water,
or could supply me some water,
please tap on in. Let us know. Let the good people of Naples know where you can get water.
Or if you've seen some crazy drivers out there, let us know. We should start an Instagram. Just put everyone's license plates on there and be like, watch out for this guy.
I didn't do it, but I did take a picture of a car the other day when we finally got to the stoplight, because this guy was driving like a complete jerk. And he almost ran 2 cars off the road just to move them out of the way because he wanted to pass them. And then we all ended up at the same stoplight. So where did it get you? But I wanted to send it to that Naples Moms group and be like, whose husband is this? It was a guy driving, I saw. Whose husband is this? Whose kid is this? Whose whatever is this? Come get him. Because he's mean. He's a meanie.
Also, I have some updates about P. Diddy.
Oh, God. Oh,
Jacqueline
God.
doesn't want to hear about them. But I'm
Why are you so invested?
super invested because I grew up listening to him. This is very devastating.
I think it's more devastating for the people who are going through it, like the victims. Like,
but they signed.
Be a
They
vigilante.
signed forms. They signed forms.
what? They did?
Yeah.
Like consent forms?
Like, and I never really knew what a spicy dancer was until like recently.
What is it?
It's like a sex worker.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
I know.
Wait, so you're telling me he had consent forms?
Yeah, they had like non-disclosure agreement.
Oh, non-disclosure agreements. That's not a consent form.
But when you're hired as a spicy
I was gonna
dancer,
say,
I mean,
who-
you're kind of like got to do whatever they hire you for, don't you?
I don't know. I don't know the rules of like the underworld.
No, I know. It's just crazy. It's just bizarre because I remember going to his concert and just really, and now you think back on some of his lyrics and you're like, wow, I was totally tricked. I was bamboozled. Can't trust no one nowadays.
No, you can't. And this is like, I'm telling you, like all these like super big, like massively rich people, I really think it goes to their head. They get like a God complex.
Yeah.
Where they think that they are better than ever. They can treat people however they want to. They can do whatever they're going to do. And they're not going to get caught because they think that they can pay off everybody or they think everyone wants to be around them. So they'll do whatever they want.
Well, they
to
also
them,
think
or
that they have
hold
money,
things
they
over
have
on
power.
people. Right.
So-
And you know what? I don't feel bad one bit when you go down for it.
I feel
Jeffrey
bad for Justin
Epstein.
Bieber.
Oh, well, I feel bad for the victims.
Yeah.
I feel
Justin
bad for
Bieber.
the victims beyond feel
But
bad
then
for the
again, like,
victims.
who's his mom? What? Why would you ever let your 15-year-old son go stay at a 40-year-old man's house?
Oh, she did?
Yes. Like, who's...
See, I do need to
Your
read up
mom's
on
got
that because
problems.
that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Disgusting.
I would never let... No.
No, I wouldn't even let my kids stay somewhere.
No. If I let my kids stay somewhere... First of all, I would never be associated with anyone in like Hollywood or anything. But if I let my child like go to like a friend's house, okay, so to speak, like he meets a friend at school and he's like, "Mom, can I go over to so and so's house?" I need to know the parents.
Oh yeah.
I need to know where they live. I need to drop them off. I need to pick them up. But also, do they have siblings? Do they have older siblings?
Do they have someone that lives with them outside of the family?
Sure. Does that older, like, does that older brother have friends coming over?
Yeah.
I want to know that. Because when my child's in my home, I know what my kid's doing.
Right.
When my child's in your home, I don't.
I agree.
So I need to know. Because it's a dangerous world today. It's not the same world we were living in years ago. And even then, my parents were the same way. My mom would drop me off. She'd pick me up. She'd go to the door. Like, she'd want to, like, just scoping stuff out. And now I know why.
My mom basically told us that everyone had to come to our house.
Oh, yeah. We did more stuff at our house. And sleepovers, I was only allowed to do sleepovers with people that, like, we knew really well.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't allowed. Like, now I know why my parents always made us have sleepovers with, like, my cousins. Now it all makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I would beg for a sleepover and they would be like, okay, sure. And then, like, my cousin would show up. Now I know why. Because my mom was like, I went over there. Because also, like, think about it like this, too. Just little things. Like, what if, like, you let your kids watch certain things on TV, but you don't let them watch other things? And then that parent thinks, well, like, a PG-13 movie is okay. So they put on a PG-13 movie, or they put on a show that has themes in it that maybe, like, they don't think is bad. But you as a parent are like, no, I don't want my child hearing that, exposed to that, like, not at this age. Something as simple as that.
Yeah.
What if they're watching something, on TV or whatever?
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot. You just got to be careful.
Yeah.
And just teaching your kids right from wrong.
Be careful on
Good
the roads.
morals,
Be careful on people's
values.
houses.
Teach them how to drive right.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, We appreciate you joining us again for episode 5. There was actually no topic to it, episode name, just laser carbon.
Laser. Yeah, I gave it.
Laser carbon facial. Okay.
I submitted it. Producer has it.
And
the first question she asked me was as soon as I walked in the room, what is the name of this episode? And we never named the episodes.
They always name them. That's why, I was like, well, the name of. Then I didn't.
Yeah. I would also like to preface, like, we are the faces of it, but we don't produce the podcast. So all the stuff that you see,
we just
the clips,
sit here,
the social media,
have a drink, and chit chat.
Yeah, exactly. But like all the stuff that you see is created by.
They even tell us sometimes what episode we're on.
Yeah,
because we forget.
Oh, I never know. I was writing this one, and I was like, what episode?
But thank you so much for taking your time. We could ramble on all day, but I have a hurricane prep to get to.
Yeah. And no, really, guys, she does it. I'm telling you. Honestly, keep her in your thoughts and prayers. She's going to need it.
I'll be fine.
Her house always floods.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't since I've lived there, but for Ian, it did, and I didn't live there.
You
but
couldn't
completely
get down
remodeled.
The road on the last tropical
storm, I was watered in.
Yeah,
stranded.
She couldn't leave her house.
But it didn't come into the house.
Right. But she couldn't leave her house because there was
a lot of water.
Yes.
But once again, don't forget to love your skin.